My name's Lynn. I'm the Community Development and Education Officer for Norfolk State Circus. I go out and I arrange outreach workshops. I run the training space that we have here. I liaise with different people to try to get circus more popular throughout Wales. Previous to this, I was a performer for 3 years with the Immortal show, and then this job came up, so I applied and I got it. After I left school, I went to sixth form and I did A-levels, and then after that I went to art college for a year and I did a foundation course in art. When it became a job, I totally lost interest in art. I enjoyed it as a hobby, and I think doing fine art and spending my own time doing it, I really enjoyed it. But when it actually came to the idea of making a living from it, I decided it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. I've always been interested in circus and gymnastics and physical sports like that, but I didn't actually get involved until I was 23. I started off as a youth worker, and I happened to come across a course that somebody was running in circus skills, and I thought, that sounds interesting, I'll give it a go. And that totally inspired me, and that's how I ended up here. What I brought with me today is Circus in a Suitcase by Reg Bolton. He was my first ever circus teacher, and this was the book that he brought out. It's been a bit of a Bible for me, but also it just reminds me of the week that I spent with him and the things that he taught me. I'd say in that week, it totally changed my life. I just met some really good people, really inspiring people, and after that, we stayed in touch, and a lot of us we decided to work together and get a community circus together as a hobby. As I got more and more into the skills myself and my skills improved, I decided that I wanted to do it more seriously. So there was a school opened in Bristol, and it was the first circus school. So I raised the money to do that, and I went off for 3 months and did a really intensive 3 months there. I was there 12 hours a day, pretty much, learning, and absolutely loved it. After that finished, I bought a truck and I went off and I travelled Europe. Met lots of amazing people, did lots of street shows with them, and made a living like that for a few years. When I was 16, I was really painfully shy. I was really, really shy. And I used to get bullied at school. I absolutely hated my last years of secondary school. I had no self-confidence whatsoever. And the idea of going out and performing and being in front of people and doing anything, just stepping onto a stage, would have just filled me with horror. Doing circus skills totally changed me. I think built my confidence up, made me feel valued, and yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence. The first time I ever did flying trapeze, I'd gone to visit my friend in Paris who was at the trapeze school there, and she got me to climb up onto a platform that was about 40 feet in the air. I think I shouted for my mum. I was just so terrified. But then once I was swinging, it was such a good feeling, and it was so exhilarating, and it was just like, what was I scared of? Why did it take me 5 minutes to get off the platform? If I could talk to myself at the age of 16, I think I would have reassured myself that there was things that I could do that I didn't think I would be capable of, and all I had to do was trust in myself and have a go at stuff and not put blocks up and not stop myself doing things just because I was worried about what people thought of me or what might happen. You don't know what's going to happen. If you try things, you might get 10 times more out of them than you think you are.